very good afternoon, viewers. You're watching NewsX and I'm Kriti Mehta. We have some big news now coming in. A former senior officer of the United States Central Intelligence Agency, or the CIA, has quietly arrived in Bangladesh with no official explanation so far for the purpose of his visit. Gerald P. Hamilton, a retired senior official from the CIA's Directorate of Operations, checked into a hotel in Dhaka's diplomatic zone on Saturday morning and is expected to remain in the country until July 31 under a booking facilitated by the US Embassy. Hamilton served the CIA for 35 years, overseeing overseas intelligence operations and holding several senior leadership positions. However, neither the US Embassy nor Bangladesh's Foreign Ministry has commented on the visit, and no official meetings have been publicly disclosed, leaving the reason for his trip unclear. Let's have a look at what are the reports coming up. Alright, so this is the official that we are looking at. Firstly, as per reports, ex-CIA operations veteran Gerald Hamilton has arrived in Dhaka. He is checked into the diplomatic zone, one of the hotels there. These are some of the reports that we are bringing you. Hamilton is expected to remain in Dhaka until the end of this month. July 31 is when he is expected to remain in the country. So far, remember, no official reason has been cited so far for his visit in Bangladesh. Then Sergio Gore, the US ambassador to India, also said he is scheduled to arrive in Dhaka on July 29. So what we are looking at is a possible meeting of Hamilton with Sergio Gore. Then we are also picking up that US envoy and ambassador to visit Rohingya camps in Cox's Bazar. So these two officials are likely to visit, Sergio Gore and Hamilton, likely to visit the Rohingya camps in Bangladesh's Cox's Bazar. And Rohingya camps have been set up for high-profile US delegation visit. That's what we know so far on reports of this ex-CIA official visiting Dhaka. Sergio Gore from India also expected to meet him there. Now, joining us for the discussion here is defense expert retired Colonel Santpal Raghav. Colonel, thank you very much for joining us. It's surprising because no official explanation is given, but what we are picking up from reports is that this ex-CIA official and Sergio Gore are together going to visit the Rohingya camps in Dhaka, in Cox's Bazar area of Bangladesh. What's expected? Should India be watchful?
Yeah. See, this is the mission of America CIA, the code name Operation Shadow Fire. His objective is to intercept and neutralize threats. Now this is the way they are operating here, and it is a high-stake atmosphere operation because it involves the threat and the geopolitical stake. The core conflict, the mission addressed a tri-border crisis spanning Bangladesh, India, and the Myanmar, making the threat as a major regional emergency. Now, this is the network of Black Dragon that represents a high-level asymmetric threat, a dangerous terrorist syndicate operating across national borders. The weapon of mass destruction also, it has a lot of involvement in that. So now, tactical element and the team dynamics of this operation, Shadow Fire, it is the code name highlights the clandestine covert nature of the CIA Special Operation Group, that is SOG, operating completely under the radar. And their local intelligence liaison, this includes the Rashid, a former Bangladesh army officer, highlighting the necessity of human int also they have provided him, and local ground knowledge and the global counter-terrorism. Now this is the CIA network that operates there, and there is a passive information system that they keep on feeding on this. Yeah.
Colonel, Raghav, now this is not the first time that we know of the US deep state's involvement in Bangladesh. We've seen it earlier before Sheikh Hasina was ousted. We've known the involvement of George Soros. What do you think is this Operation Shadowfire like you're talking about? What's the end goal of it?
See, this is a asymmetric, Americans, they have an interest in this area. Now it's a very disputed area. Now they want to establish a base there. Their major, you see, the change of government of Sheikh Hasina, it involves a lot of background, and American, they have an interest to have a base there. That is a core issue of this. And that is how they are working, their SOG is working, and their CIA and all, there's elements there, those who are supporting them, they have hired them in so professionally. And now it has come in the radar, that is why this is up. So this is a cross-border intelligence cooperation highlighting international alliances and the local ground assets for this threat. It is raised against a time, creates built up in a dramatic tension around a ticking a clock narrative to keep the audience hooked also. For this now the lot of social media has come into play. After this news, it is spreading like a wildfire.
Right, Colonel Raghav, thank you very much for joining us on this. And with that, viewers, let's